The year 2026 is no longer a distant vision of the future. It is a reality where traditional professional skills are fading at the speed of light. Across the globe, office buildings stand empty as artificial intelligence takes over 40% of service industry roles, leaving millions wondering what comes next for them. In the heart of this digital storm, will you choose to run in fear, or will you choose to become an impregnable fortress of human value? Today, we are not learning how to race against the machines. We are learning how to stand on their shoulders using the wisdom of Stoic masters. The era of pure technical execution is over. What was once considered a stable career path is now crumbling like sand in a heavy digital gale. To survive 2026, we must look back to move forward, blending the timeless philosophy of the past with the cutting-edge technology of our current turbulent era. While others scramble to learn the latest software, the wise professional focuses on the foundation that no algorithm can ever hope to replicate or replace. This is your career defense strategy. It is a psychological shield and a strategic blueprint designed to make you irreplaceable in an automated world of work. We begin by observing two lives, two paths, and two different outcomes when the wave of automation finally hits the shore of the modern corporate world. Meet An. In 2024, he was a top performer, earning a high salary by mastering specific software tools and executing tasks with incredible speed and precision. Then there is Binh, with the same income as An. He spent his time understanding systemic logic, strategic connections, and the deeper why behind his industry. 2 years pass in the blink of an eye. The technology that was once a luxury becomes a standard requirement, and the labor market shifts violently. For An, the crisis is personal. The tools he spent years mastering have been fully integrated into a standard AI package, making his role completely redundant. He sends out hundreds of resumes, but the feedback is always the same. His skills are no longer needed because a machine can do them faster. Meanwhile, Binh is flourishing. He doesn't fear the software, he orchestrates it. He uses AI as his personal army to execute his complex strategic visions. Binh did not lose his job, he upgraded his role. He is no longer a worker in the system, he has become the master of the system. The difference between them is simple but profound. An was a slave to his technical skills, while Binh became the master of his own mindset. Stoicism does not promise quick riches. It offers something far more valuable, a mental state that remains undefeated regardless of the external economic climate. By focusing on what we can control, we build a career that is not just resilient, but truly anti-fragile, growing stronger through every new challenge. An and Binh represent the two choices you face today. One path leads to obsolescence, the other to a position of unprecedented influence and security. It is time to decide which player you will be in the coming years. Let us dive into the core principles of the Stoic defense strategy. The foundation of this strategy is the principle of internal sovereignty. Epictetus taught that happiness and freedom begin with a single, clear understanding. You must distinguish between what is within your power and what is not. The speed of AI development and company layoffs are outside your control. However, your attitude, your daily discipline, and your willingness to learn are entirely within your domain. This is where your true power resides today. Career defense starts by refusing to waste emotional energy on things you cannot change. Instead, you funnel that energy into sharpening your internal tools. Think of your career as a piece of art you are carving. The clay might be tough, but the skill of the artist is what matters most. AI can analyze data, but it cannot yet master the nuance of deep critical thinking, original creativity, or the profound depth of human empathy. These are the uniquely human traits that form your primary defense. They are the traits that the machines are still struggling to replicate effectively. By shifting your focus to these internal assets, you build a fortress that no amount of technological advancement can ever hope to fully penetrate. You cannot stop the fire of progress, but you can choose to be the person who uses that heat to forge a much stronger blade. In an automated world, being more human is not a weakness. It is your ultimate competitive advantage and your most secure career insurance policy. Ask yourself every morning, what am I doing today to strengthen the things that AI can never take away from me? Your answer determines your future. True autonomy is not about escaping technology, but about being so grounded in your own value that technology becomes nothing more than a useful tool. The second pillar is the transition from execution to coordination. In the past, we were rewarded for the doing. In 2026, we are rewarded for orchestrating. Think of a grandmaster. They don't move every piece themselves. They understand the entire board and guide the overall flow of the game to victory. The most valuable people in the new economy are those who can connect disparate fields, using tech to solve human problems through philosophical insight. If you can communicate, lead, and organize the output of AI systems, your value increases exponentially even as the cost of basic labor drops. Do not compete with the machine's speed. Compete with your ability to direct that speed toward a meaningful and highly profitable human objective. The coordinator's mindset is one of abundance. You see AI not as a competitor stealing your lunch, but as a powerful lever for your ideas. Learn to ask the right questions. In a world where answers are cheap and instant, the person who knows what to ask is the king. You are the captain of your career ship. The AI is the engine. The engine provides the power, but you must provide the direction. Technical skills have a shelf life, but the ability to coordinate and lead is a timeless asset that only gets more valuable with age. Be the lighthouse for your organization. Be the person who provides clarity and strategic vision when everyone else is lost in the digital fog. Transformation is not about losing yourself to the machine, but about magnifying your human impact by using every digital tool at your disposal. Next, we explore the concept of Amor Fati, loving your fate. This is the Stoic secret to maintaining peace during times of radical industry change. Amor Fati means welcoming every challenge as an opportunity for growth. AI is the fire, and you are the steel being forged in its heat. When your company restructures, do not complain. See it as the universe forcing you to evolve into a more capable and modern version of yourself. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. While others sleep, the Stoic professional is busy refining their mind and their spirit. Every small act of discipline today creates ripples of security for your future. Success is built in the quiet moments of persistent effort. Do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. The path of least resistance leads to total automation. You can flourish even in the most chaotic market if you maintain your internal order. Let the external world be messy, you remain clear. Amor Fati is your armor. It allows you to embrace the inevitable changes of 2026 without losing your sense of purpose or your inner peace. Write it on your heart. Every obstacle is a way forward. Every disruption is a chance to practice a new and more valuable virtue. Let the waves of change wash away your outdated habits. What remains will be the core of your true, unshakable professional identity. Rise above the petty fears of the crowd. From a higher perspective, the AI revolution is just another chapter in the long history of human evolution. You are ready for whatever comes, not because the world is safe, but because your mind is a fortress that you have carefully built. The final stage is building your financial and intellectual fortress. This requires a long-term vision in an era obsessed with short-term gains. Allocate your resources wisely. Spend 80% of your time on timeless principles and 20% on the latest technological tools of your trade. Stop chasing every new trend. A career built on trends is a house built on sand. Build yours on the rock of deep expertise. Consistency beats intensity every time. The person who walks slowly and steadily in the right direction will always outlast the one who sprints blindly. Invest in your self-capital, the only asset that cannot be inflated by banks or stolen by an algorithm. Your knowledge is your ultimate currency. Protect your intellectual growth. Create a space where you can think deeply without the constant distractions of the digital world's endless noise. Stoic wealth is not just about money. It is about the freedom that comes from having a surplus of skills and a lack of ego. True security is knowing that even if you lost everything tomorrow, you have the internal character and skills to build it all back again. The intellectual fortress is built brick by brick, through daily reading, reflection, and the courageous application of new knowledge in real-world scenarios. Discipline is your freedom. Every hour you spend mastering your mind is an hour of freedom you buy for your future self in 2026. Now, your fortress is complete. You are no longer a victim of the times, but a strategic participant in the unfolding of history. We have covered the 4 pillars: sovereignty, coordination, Amor Fati, and the fortress. These are your tools for the new world that awaits us. Remember, focus on what you control. Lead the machines, love your journey, and build for the long term. These principles are your career's armor. AI can replace what machines can do, but it will never replace the depth, soul, and strategic brilliance of a truly conscious human being. The future belongs to those who prepare for it with a calm mind and a courageous heart. Do not wait for 2026 to happen to you. Make it happen on your own terms. Use the philosophy of the ancients to navigate the challenges of the future with grace and unmatched skill. The storm is coming, but you have built a house that cannot be shaken. Go forth and lead with the strength of a Stoic master. I look forward to seeing you at the peak of your success, standing tall in a world that you have learned to master and enjoy. Start building your fortress today, not with fear, but with the most disciplined preparation. Your journey into the future starts with this single moment.